Okay, so this is my cultural wisdom speech, and my quote was, "Misfortune is the test of true friendship." I don't know if you guys ever heard the Greek fabulist Aesop's quote, "Fake friends are like shadows following you in the sun." Maintaining good and sincere friendships can assure that someone will always be there for you, even in your toughest times. I personally have overcome many misfortunes in my life, as I'm sure many of you have as well. Strong friendships were very beneficial in helping me get through these tough times and get back up on my feet. Three of the main misfortunes that have occurred in my life were a house fire when I was young, deaths, and breakups and loss of friends. So returning to my house in 4th grade to find out that my house was on fire and my dog died because of a result of it was a very traumatizing time in my life, and it's something that good friends and teachers helped me get through. According to a 2013 article by the American Psychological Association, or the APA, residential fires can lead to significant emotional distress. And the APA suggests that talking about your ordeal with friends and family can help you cope with the loss of your home. When I returned home, I was super surprised to find that my house was on fire and that my dog was passed away. I was in disbelief and in emotional distress along the way once reality had set in. However, going to school the days after really helped me get over it because my friends and teachers were always there and helped me step by step. If you have ever lost a pet in a tragedy, or even expected to lose a pet, you know how it feels the days, weeks, even months after the situation. And when I arrived home, my mother had already taken the dog to the vet, so I didn't even get to say my last goodbye, and it was a really big surprise for me. But however, like I said, it was a huge help knowing that my friends and colleagues were there with me through this time. Well, as if a house fire wasn't enough for me, I then lost 3 grandparents within a really close proximity shortly after. A 2019 article titled "Bereavement and Writing for Psychology Today" states, "The death of a loved one is one of the greatest sorrows that can occur in one's life." I'm sure most of you have probably been affected by cancer, and unfortunately all 3 of my grandparents have died because of it. I remember trying to understand when I was younger why this happened and why they were all gone within such close proximity. Once again, however, my friends were there for me and helped me along the way. Also, stated in the same article titled "Bereavement," people's responses to grief will vary depending upon the circumstances of the death. But grief is normal and is healthy to respond to loss. My grandparents' deaths seemed to be back to back, barely allowing me and my family to even grieve each experience. The emotional stages of grief that I recall were disbelief, denial, and even sometimes anger. My friendships were very instrumental in getting me through the grief stage and into the acceptance stage so that I could begin to get over them and yet remember them at the same time. I remember my friends surrounding me with sympathy and encouragement even through my toughest days. Lastly, as a teenager, I'm sure if not all of you, some of you have gone through some sort of breakup or even the loss of a friend. I can remember just a year or 2 ago, I went through a pretty rough breakup, and I remember using my friends to surround myself to help me keep my character, even though that some stuff was going around. I was shocked with disbelief because I thought of someone who was a really good friend of mine and someone who was really close to me spread like a really ridiculous rumor that tried to ruin my character. And my true friends came beside me and helped me get through all this false information and helped me defend my character. Much can be learned through good friendships, through good friends and friendships, and without the trust of them, you really don't have anything. I believe that the trust and honesty that you have with friends are the best components of a solid friendship. Unfortunate situations can be a real test of friendships, however. The benefit of developing strong friendships is able to rely on true friends during tough times and misfortune. I hope that by presenting this to you, it will encourage you to nurture friendships that will help you through tough times and be thankful for the true friendships that you have. Remember Aesop's quote, "And do not let fake friends be shadows, following you in the sun and abandon you in the dark." Thank you.